Hello everybody, it's Kerry from the Schmidt House. This video that I made is somewhat of a fail, I guess you could say. Uh, Somebody told me about this recipe, how to do it. I did it, it did not work like they said it was going to work. I probably would not do this again myself if I didn't have a recipe. I tried a few different things and it kind of started to work a little better. Uh, but it's a lot of work to do this for the result I got. So I was torn about even putting the video together. I was going to actually just trash it, but then I thought, might as well show the bad with the good, I guess. So uh, go ahead and watch it. Tell me if you like it, and if you know how to make these black-eyed peas patties, make them stick together. If you have some kind of recipe for it, hey, share it with us. Appreciate it. Hope everybody has a happy New Year. Good morning, it's Kerry from the Schmidt House. It's New Year's morning, and although I didn't stay up till midnight last night, I feel like I did. We have cedar pollen real high right now here in the Texas Hill Country, and affects a lot of people, me being one of them. They call it the cedar fever. But anyway, we'll try to get through it. This morning I'm going to be making some black-eyed peas since it's New Year's. We usually have cabbage and black-eyed peas, but I'm one of those people, like a lot of people, that don't really care for black-eyed peas. So I'm going to make them a little different way this time. I'm going to make patties and fry them. Don't know how it's going to turn out, but we'll cook this and we'll do it together. Well, I got my black-eyed peas in a pot here. I wanted to soak them overnight, and because of the cedar fever and everything else, my mind wasn't working good, and I forgot to soak them. So on the package, there's a quick soak method, and I'm going to try that, see how it works. It just says put them in water, bring it to a boil, turn it off, let it cover it, and let it set for an hour, and they should be good to go. So we'll see. What I did, I just put, that's 1 whole pound of dried black-eyed peas, probably way too much, but I wasn't going to break the bag up because it probably never use the rest of it. We'll, if this stuff turns out good, we'll eat it. If not, the chickens will have something to eat. They'll have good luck through the New Year's also. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this to a boil and cover it. So our peas have been setting in the hot water for an hour now. After boiling them, trying to do the quick soak method on them. And I don't know what they're supposed to look like, but they have swole up somewhat. So at this point, it's said to rinse them, drain them, rinse them, put them back in the pot with water, and start cooking them. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these out, drain them, rinse them off a little bit, put them back in the pot, and we'll start cooking them. And I have no idea how long it's going to take for them to be cooked. I've never cooked dried black-eyed peas before. And I've never had the desire to do that. Black-eyed peas I've always eaten were just out of the can. And I didn't eat any more of those than I had to. But hopefully we'll do something with these that'll make them taste great. So our peas have been cooking a little less than 2 hours, and they still got a little ways to go. But at this point I added salt and pepper. I use the coarse ground pepper. And you just have to do that to your taste. I put about a tablespoon of salt and about a tablespoon of the pepper in here in mine. And then once we get this strained and mashed and everything later on in the process, we'll taste it. We may add a little more salt. But you can add whatever you want at this point. You could put paprika and chili powder in here, kind of like you're doing the cowboy beans. But we're just sticking with salt and pepper on ours. So we're gonna let it cook a little while, and when they get done, we'll bring you back. Okay, it's been cooking probably 2 hours, 20 minutes, something like that, and I think they're done. So I'm gonna pull them off the heat, and I'm gonna fry some bacon. Chop up some bacon small, fry it, saute some onions to add with this later. So I wanted to put at least a half a pound of bacon in here, because like I said, I don't really care for black-eyed peas, so I'm trying to enhance, put a little bit of flavor to it. But sadly, all I had was 2 sad little strips of bacon. But we're going to use it. Will be better than nothing. Okay, the bacon's fried up, crispy. Not much of it, but I think it's going to help. Anything will help, in my opinion, when it comes to black-eyed peas. But you know, so we got to have them, or our luck goes south. I don't really believe in luck, but I'm not going to take a chance. So, put our onions in here. We got to slice them up a little bit better. I'm terrible at slicing onions. I hate it. It's the worst job there is in cooking, in my opinion. These aren't going to be as small as I'd like them to be, but add a little lard to the pan. Take a spoon, kind of smash this bacon a little bit, break it up a little bit more. Maybe it'll distribute out a little bit when I mix it in with the beans. I'll take these out, just kind of pull it off to the side so the oil will run out of them. I want to save as much of that oil and juice at this point as I can. Okay, now that the onions and bacon is done, beans are done, we're going to take our beans or peas. We want to strain them, strain the liquid off of them. And I'm sure there's some good uses for that broth that comes out of there. Probably should be saving it, but since I don't like the taste of black-eyed peas anyway, I don't think I'd want to save that broth. Then we'll just dump it right back in our pot. Then we take a masher, and we'll mash it. Mash it really good. I really do wish I'd have had a little more bacon, but you know, you use what you have. Like to say, poor people have poor ways, so you make do, and this is just another example of that. Okay, at this point, I'm going to pour my bacon and onions in there. Mix them up really good. I also had a can of these this Hatch green chilies. I'm going to dump a can of this in there. You can, it's like I say, you can do whatever you want to do. But I thought about putting putting some Rotel in here with the tomatoes and everything, but I didn't have any. But I did have this, so try to drain some of the juice out of there. Okay, dump it in there. Dump the whole can in there. These are mild. Harmony, she throws a fit. Anything that's, I've got just the tiniest amount of spice in it, she won't eat. And we have to argue with her sometimes. We don't put any spice, and she'll still swear there's something spicy and won't want to eat it. But these aren't spicy at all. These Hatch chilies are really good. Use them on my chicken quesadillas. So okay, at this point we're just going to let this set and cool down. We want this to cool down a little bit. It'll maybe stick together a little bit better when we put it in the pan and fry it. We'll be back in a little bit. Okay, we're ready to see how this is going to work. Since I've never done this before, I don't have a clue. You're seeing the same thing I'm seeing for the first time. So I understand it. You just get a spoonful of this. I'm not sure how big of a spoonful. Drop it in there. Put a little oil on your spatula. Just fry them up. My spatula, I think, is a little too big. Basically, I'm just cooking these in lard and bacon grease. Never having done this before. I don't know how long they need to cook before I turn them, so we'll learn this together. My worry is that they're going to fall apart when I turn them. I thought about putting an egg in there and mixing up an egg, if that would have helped hold them together or not, but we'll see. Not looking good so far. Looks like they're going to fall apart. So if these two don't turn out, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop an egg in there, mix it in real good for the next ones, and see if that helps. It actually looks like the onions are all coming out of the mixture. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to put something in there to help bind it together. These just falling apart. So putting one egg in there made them hold together much better. But I added a second egg. We're gonna see what that does. Well, the two eggs definitely Works better. It's holding together much better. I think I need to fry it a little longer on that one side before I turn it. This one kind of fell apart. That one's stayed together pretty good. So we're going to continue on getting these cooked up, and we'll bring you back with us when we're done. So haven't been having much luck. They just keep falling apart. These last two, I'm leaving them a little thicker and a little smaller, and they seem to be liking that a little better. They're starting to stiffen up on the bottom, where hopefully I can turn them and they won't fall apart. Also, I don't have quite as much oil in my pan this time. I'm wondering if that oil was soaking up into the peas and making everything too soft. But we'll see. I'm about to give these a turn. That fell apart also. This one I'm going to leave it a little longer before I turn it. Hope this is not an indicator of what this coming year is going to be. Total fail. We have enough for probably one more, maybe. One more big one or two small ones. We'll see if we can get a better technique down. Because I like the taste of it. It tastes good. It just doesn't, it's not staying together, so it's not a very good presentation, I guess. You can see they're just kind of crumbly. Nothing's really staying together. Well, beans didn't turn out the way I hoped they would, but we're going to eat them. They taste good. They're just not holding together like they should. We have beans and ham and cornbread, and that's our New Year's Day meal, and they're ready to go. Well, Harmony doesn't look too enthused. Oh, there she goes. Any facts of the day, Harmony, or not today? Well, I have one. Ready? Yes. You should always practice on a recipe before you try to make a video out of it. Hope everybody has a great New Year. Hope our New Year turns out better than our black-eyed peas did. See y'all later.